My turtle is the cutest turtle.
You're a dumb kid.
One of those things. Why are you so fucked up? Hi everyone! I hope everyone is doing great. I am Cherie, and today I am back with Rosie.
Hi.
And we are doing another mukbang. So today we're having keto tteokbokki that I made, but I added a lot of weird stuff. I added chicken, which is typically not in tteokbokki, but we need the protein. We have Japanese fish cakes instead of Korean fish cakes because I did not find Korean fish cakes in supermarkets. And the keto tteokbokki that I made on my own, so the recipe is going to be linked down below. I'm going to link the video recipe and the written recipe, so make sure you check out both of them. Ooh, your spoon.
Thank you.
So this is flooding. Let's start eating. I'm hungry. Today we're going to be talking about my school bullies. Remember how last time I said that you guys feel entertained by my misery? You guys voted for this. Again. On my Instagram stories. I was like, oh, do you guys want to hear a true crime story? Do you guys want to hear some brand cooperation shade? Spill some tea? And they're like, no, we want to hear about you being bullied and being miserable at school. I like the cabbage and onion. I want to try the tteokbokki.
It's good.
It's actually chewy, like real tteokbokki. Actually, I feel like real tteokbokki is even harder than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's soft but chewy, this one. Yeah.
I don't usually eat a lot of tteokbokki because
Me too.
I think it's hard and then it gets a little bit powdery in the center.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this one doesn't. I honestly like this one better than the regular version. It's so hard to tell stories of me being bullied because there's so many stories. And I feel like I dealt with bullying very well, to be honest, because I don't know. In Chinese, we say where to get the confidence. But I don't know how. When I was a kid, I got main character energy, okay? I believed it was my character development plot. Like, that's my that's my arc, okay? I'm gonna get bullied and then one day I'm gonna be so cool and all of my bullies
will regret
that I get to be my friends again. And I'm gonna be like, no. And that is the part where I'm gonna develop a personality. You know how all of those TV shows and movies, there's always the girl being bullied, and while she's being bullied, she develops a personality, and then later on she develops other stuff. Yeah, I developed an annoying personality. That's what happened. So I was not heavily bothered by being bullied, even though I did get an eating disorder at one point. That's not just bullying. I feel like it was really enforced at home as well. Like I really have a problem eating in front of people before, and now I'm just eating in front of a camera. But because when I was a kid, I'm making a mess like this. No, I'm trying to get food, and something falls out of the pot. My dad would say, can't you slow down? No one is trying to eat your food. Why do you have to eat like that? And then I just feel like I'm a pig or something and I'm making a mess, and it's not. It's just because I'm a kid or I'm just messy. Did you guys see how full this is? I made a whole mess you guys can't see.
We hide it.
Yeah. Some of the worst stories that I can really remember are those where I got bullied by grown-ups, not my classmates. I think I remember them so well because when my classmates bully me, I have that character development thing going on in my head. But when grown-ups do something, I genuinely thought I did something wrong. Like I genuinely think it's my fault because they're adults. Why would they bully me? It must be something wrong with me. And then I grow up and I look back at some of these stories and I'm like, how is this person a teacher? Some of them were teachers.
It's too horrible.
Yeah.
Like if it's your classmate and then maybe they're like not developed enough, so they bully you, they are wrong. But then if they're like teachers, they shouldn't be one.
Yeah, exactly. Because I actually don't really hold a grudge against people who bullied me in elementary school. In junior high school and high school, I feel like
You should know
you
something.
should know better. Yeah, but in elementary school, I just feel like, okay, they're just also kids, and I've done some fucked up shit in elementary school. But the teachers and the parents, I'm like, why are you so fucked up? The first incident where I could tell you the full story of what happened, where I've been bullied, is in kindergarten. And in kindergarten, I was already disliked by all of my classmates because I did not speak very fluent Chinese. And all of my classmates would ignore me. No, I'm hiccuping. That happens every time. I eat cooked yolk.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know if this is too dry. I don't pay attention to my lipstick. See if it falls off by the end. I've been trying this new brand of Korean lipstick, and I've been trying to like brush my teeth and stuff, and it just doesn't come off. So, all of my classmates already disliked me, and they would only be friends with me when it's English class and we have to get into groups, right?
I get it.
Yeah, and in kindergarten, you know, you do a lot of coloring. Your homework is coloring.
Yeah.
One day we had to just color this. It's like a coloring book, but then it's designed to look like a kaleidoscope. And we have to cut out the circle in the end. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it. You know, it's kindergarten homework. I was taking it very seriously. We can color at school, or we can take it home and color. So at school, they give us crayons, right? I never liked to use crayons because I always thought that coloring pencils are so much prettier. But also, because all of the kids were bullying me, I didn't have access to the crayons, you know? They would put like a box of crayons in the middle, and then everyone would take the crayons away from me, or they would hog the crayons, or when I want to reach for a color, they would take it away from me. I brought my own coloring pencils, and I colored it. We have two kindergarten teachers. Like there's a teacher and a assistant, and an assistant. This really, really important thing, the only thing that I remember they taught me during kindergarten is that they kept saying that they love the color yellow, and yellow is the best color in this world.
What?
They taught all the kids in the class, like yellow is the best color.
So weird.
And I don't really particularly love yellow, says the girl wearing yellow. If you would ask me like my top 10 favorite colors, it's going to be like 8 different shades of blue, and then purple and pink maybe. There's not going to be yellow. When I was a kid, obviously, when I'm coloring, I didn't use a lot of yellow. Okay, I remember that I made it like pink, blue, and purple, and I thought it was super pretty, and it looked like the galaxy, kind of like that. Okay, that's what they wanted. That's what I drew. Also, coloring pencils, if you use yellow, it really doesn't show much.
Yeah.
Okay. Crayons, if you use yellow, it shows, but the yellow of coloring pencils really does not show much. I didn't use any yellow at all. I turned in my homework. Everyone turned in their homework, right? And the teacher specifically took out my coloring work, and she said to everybody, everyone, this is Cherie's work. Does everyone know why this is shit? And every other kid in the class just screamed, "'Cause she didn't use yellow!"
So weird.
And I was like, oh my god, I didn't use yellow. Like, that's such a huge mistake. I'm so stupid. And then the teacher made me redo it. And I went home and then I used yellow, and I was coloring so hard because I was using coloring pencils. I have to color it like 3 times for the yellow to show.
Wow.
And I just grew up remembering this and thinking that I made such a huge mistake not using yellow.
But for what? It's supposed to be like...
Yeah, it's coloring. How can you color wrong?
Yeah.
I didn't like color out of the lines, make a mess, or use like poop colors. I colored within the lines nicely with purple, blue, and pink.
Like if they like yellow so much, why didn't they just
make it yellow?
Yeah. Or like just give every single child a yellow crayon, yeah.
And then you can color with this yellow crayon only.
And everyone has one. Mm-hmm. And because in the first place, you don't even have a crayon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't even have a crayon.
And when that happened, the teachers didn't do anything. Everyone is coloring and you're not because you didn't have one.
I would have like a black crayon left. And I'm like, what do I do with a black crayon?
It's so weird.
It's so fucked up. I left and I went to a different elementary school after kindergarten. But my father and sister both went to this school from kindergarten all the way until they graduated from 9th grade.
Yeah.
So they would go back and visit their teachers.
Oh.
And I also taught a couple of Model UN sessions there. I went back and I ran into my kindergarten teacher. And she was like, hi, you're all grown up now. Do you remember me? You know, I was around when your father was in school and he was always the best student. And I was just glaring at her like, I remember the shit you did to me. So I was so rude, but I just looked at her, rolled my eyes, and I walked away.
Yeah, you should.
And she told my mom that it was really rude.
To deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I just cannot understand how she's a kindergarten teacher. Like, how can you TikTok a student's work and tell everyone in the class? Like, if she just came to me and told me that you should use some yellow, that's weird, but
Better.
But she just straight up asked everyone, like, do you guys know why this is a piece of shit?
It's so weird. That is like telling everyone that you did some crime.
Yeah, it's like telling everyone that you bullied me.
It's not only not okay in kindergarten, it's not okay in every stage of your life.
At every stage in your life. Yeah. Everyone after that just made fun of me and bullied me for that.
So weird.
So that's my first story of being bullied. And the second one has something to do with coloring too. It was in first grade. In first grade, you still have some coloring.
Yeah.
But you bring your own coloring pencils. I don't know if you remember, but when we were kids, there was those coloring pencils that's just one pencil, and it's a bunch of round little snowmans built together, and it's a rainbow.
Yeah.
So if you would move it, it's a different color.
It's a caterpillar.
It's a caterpillar?
I thought so.
Oh yeah, yes. If it's a snowman, it wouldn't be colorful. Okay, it's a caterpillar. The result is not as pretty as a coloring pencil, but it works. One day we had coloring class, and I forgot to bring my coloring pencils. But I had that, so I used that, but then I wanted to use a color that was not on
the caterpillar.
There was this girl in class who I thought was my friend, and the first day of school I wanted to be her friend because I thought she was so pretty and she's so cool. And she told everyone that she's actually a year older than everyone, but she started school late, and we all thought it was so cool because she's older, but now that I'm older and I think about it, it's not cool. It means you're dumb. You started school. But yeah, so I asked her, can I borrow this color? I even showed her, I said, I'm only coloring this small part. I'm not gonna use up your coloring pencils. And she said, okay, I'll lend it to you, but because I lend it to you, you have to give me something in return. And she said, you have to buy me one of those caterpillars. I was 7, so I thought, she's older, she must be right. This sounds very reasonable. So I said, okay. And I borrowed her coloring pencil, and when I got home, I told my mom, can you take me to the stationery store? I need to buy a caterpillar for her. She's like, why? And I'm like, because I borrowed her coloring pencil, and she said that I have to give her a caterpillar. And my mom was like, no, like, it doesn't make sense at all. So my mom refused to help me get a caterpillar for her. The next day I go to school and I told her that, and she told everyone that I broke my promise and that I'm a thief.
What?
For using her coloring pencil and not giving her anything in return.
But you just, like, you used it for 5 seconds and you returned it.
I just colored like a tiny star. I don't know where she went. Actually, I think she transferred schools like half a semester in or something, because I do not remember her for the rest of my life. Like, I don't remember, I do not remember her for the rest of my life. At the time, I really wanted to be friends with her, right? But then she always would say, oh, you're too young for me.
What the fuck?
After the coloring pencil thing, my mom told me, like, oh, she's a bad kid. You shouldn't be friends with her because she's, like, extorting you. My dumbass goes to school and she talks to me. And I said, no, I can't talk to you. My mom said you're a bad kid. I can't be friends with you.
You're a dumb kid. You were.
So stupid. So obviously, she went and told everyone. Oh, this is not even just me being bullied. I think I'm kind of liable for that one. It was just really stupid.
Yeah, but like she was wrong. Who would do that? Like
It's so weird. I don't know.
She was
how
only
came up with
8.
that. Maybe 8 or 9 because she's 1 year older than everyone. I was 7 and I'm 1 year younger than everyone.
Oh.
Because I'm born in July.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm the youngest in the school year.
Yeah.
I don't know how she came up with that. I guess she just really wanted the caterpillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least she didn't just steal yours.
Yeah, I guess she didn't steal mine. Oh, when I was older. Oh, in 3rd and 4th grade, at the time, in night markets, they started making these really cute plushy turtles.
What?
They're really cute, and they're like a charm, and you can hang it on your phone. When I bought it, it was like the first time I ever saw it, but after that, it started getting popular. But the other turtles all looked a little bit different. And I really like that turtle, because the turtle is really cute, right? And then it has this round tiny head, and it's smiling. But my turtle was special, because all of the other turtles had this weird little...
Hat?
It's not even a hat, they just had a weird hairstyle, and it goes like this.
It has hair?
Yeah, they have a pointy head. My turtle is the only one with a normal head, and my turtle is the cutest turtle. So I put it on my pencil case. Everybody saw it, and I was like, yeah, see, I have this really cute turtle. We went to computer class, and when I came back to my classroom, my turtle was gone, and it didn't just fall off. I can tell that it was cut off. You attach it to your pencil case with like this bouncy plastic thing that looks like a spring. So the spring was cut off. So I knew someone stole it. And there's this girl in my class that always bullied me. And suddenly she has a turtle. She insists that her parents bought it for her. But she didn't have it that morning. And that's the exact same turtle, and the bouncy thing is still there, and it's cut off. And I told the teacher, and the teacher said that I have no proof that she stole it, and maybe her parents did buy it for her, and that I took it to computer class and lost it myself, and now I'm trying to steal her turtle.
But you
because
didn't.
I lost mine. But I didn't. She stole my turtle.
Yeah, you didn't bring it to computer class.
I didn't bring it to computer class. I told my mom, and she said there's nothing we can do, so she'll buy me another turtle. But she bought me another turtle, and it was one of those things. And I was so angry, I cut it off so that it would have a normal head. But after I cut it off, there's a hole, so all of the cotton fell out, and I had no more turtle.
Oh my god.
Maybe the teacher didn't want to accuse the other student of stealing, but she did steal it, so apparently, like, what do I need to do? Have CCTV? She didn't have a turtle, now she has a turtle. My spring was cut off. Her turtle has like a half cut off spring attached to it.
Yeah, it's like you're a victim.
And she said that I'm trying to steal her turtle.
Yeah, why is it like you have to give the proof?
Oh yeah. I was thinking maybe she didn't want to accuse her of stealing, but she accused me trying to steal.
Yeah. She's a teacher. How could she do that?
She just says, well, you have no proof. Maybe her parents did buy it for her.
Ask her parents.
Yeah, tell her parents. Yeah, I'm so angry, my turtle. The turtle is so cute. Now sometimes when I go out and I see like a turtle plushie, I think of my turtle. The same girl who stole my plushie turtle, I originally really wanted to be friends with her because she's kind of pretty. Do you guys see a pattern? I like to be friends with pretty people. I thought she was so cool because she was really good at sports. Also because I think her mom looks really nice and her mom looks super sophisticated and elegant. And they look very similar. The mom also has short hair and she's always well dressed and she never slouches. Okay, so I thought, oh my god, the mom is so cool. The daughter is kind of pretty. They must both be so cool. So I want to be friends with the daughter. Her mom is so nice to me. She didn't be nice to me too, but she didn't like me. And she is really good at sports and she runs really fast. So in recess, if I insist on playing with them, they would always say that we're going to play tag. And they would say that I have to be it and I have to catch them.
What?
But I was a fat kid. I was not athletic. And I would be running after them and I couldn't catch anyone. And for the whole 10 minutes of recess, I'm still it. And so the next recess, I still have to be it if I want to play with them again.
But it's not fun if like no one get caught.
Yeah. Oh, so for us, tag is not just like tag and you're it. It's called traffic light. Yeah, so you can say red, and then you can't be caught, and someone else has to come save you. They would deliberately let me almost catch them, and then they would say red. I'm too slow to catch anyone. Our seat numbers were also close. Like if I'm 24, she's 23, something like that. When we have to line up in PE class, she would be lined up next to me. And one day we were doing some kind of gymnastics thing for PE class. We were all lined up and we were doing warm-ups. She was just throwing insults at me. Or maybe she was just making fun of me. I don't even remember what happened. It was so blurry because what happened next just made me freeze and that's all I remember. I forgot what she was doing. She was yelling something mean at me. I was ignoring her and she was saying that I'm fat. So I continued ignoring her and she just came over and then she pulled my pants down.
What?
I don't know. And she just took off my pants and I was like, what the fuck? I put it back on. I told the gym teacher. He was like, oh well, you know, kids do stuff.
So they don't get punished?
She didn't get punished to my knowledge. And when we went back, I also told the teacher, and the teacher just told her, oh, you can't do that. And she never got punished to my knowledge. Later on, when I think about it, like I was like, oh, I think she got punished at home. But at that time, to my knowledge, she did not get punished at all. So I was really, really mad. Not long after that one day, I got punished.
Why? Bye.
One day, when we went back to the classroom, we didn't have full-on lockers, but we had cubbies in the back of our classroom. It was music class, and I came back and I was putting my recorder into my cubby when I saw there's like this red piece of chalk or something on the ground. And there's no one in the classroom, and the teacher isn't in the classroom. So I pick it up, and I wanted to draw on her cubby. But I realized, if I only draw on her cubby, everybody knows that I hate her, so everybody knows that it's going to be me. So I have to draw on everyone's cubby that is on this entire row. I have to draw on all of the cubbies. But I don't want to draw on my own cubby. So I drew on everyone's cubbies, but I skipped mine. So of course when the teacher came back, she knew it was me and I got punished.
Oh my god.
I'm so stupid. I should have drawn on my cubby too.
Okay.
No, is that not the solution?
I don't know, but drawing on a cubby is not a bad
But then
thing.
you have to clean your cubby.
So what? You should.
Yeah. But it's kind of hard to clean. Like you have to scrub it off. But when we were kids, don't we just get punished for the dumbest things ever? Like running in the hallway.
Yeah, really.
I always thought that was funny.
And like talk when the teacher is writing
Yeah.
the board.
Talking when the teacher is
Yeah.
writing the blackboard, even if you're just trying to borrow a pencil. Which is weird.
Like I talk.
Elementary school was weird.
Like I talk whenever the teacher is not facing us.
Oh my god.
And then my teacher, like, she wrote on the contact book, like to my parents, that your kid is always talking when I'm not facing the class.
She's very talkative.
No, she said she's very smart. When I think about it now, I'm dumb, because even if the teacher is not facing us, she has ears.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I got punished at home.
Thank God I had really good grades in elementary school, because the teachers are already not really protecting me from bullies, but the teachers are so nice to me. when nothing is happening because I have really good grades. Fifth and sixth grade, I met a girl named, we're gonna call her Jeannie. And she is just the most manipulative person I've ever met. And I can conclusively say this, not just based on what she did in 5th and 6th grade, but what she did all the way until 12th grade. Because we went to the same school, like same high school and middle school. I think during this time, I bullied people as well. Because I wanted to stay friends with Jeannie. There's one that I particularly remember, which is that there's this girl in our class named Jennifer. Okay, I really liked Jennifer, and Jennifer is really nice, and she has such a beautiful handwriting, so my mom loves her. And she said, look, your handwriting is so ugly, you should hang out with Jennifer more, maybe your handwriting would be better. Jennifer is just the kind of girl who would help you do anything if you need her to, you know, because at school we had to always write down what our homework is in our contact book, but in the morning I have to go to our gifted program classes, so sometimes I don't have time to write it down. And I would ask her to do it for me. She didn't have a lot of friends either, and she wanted to be friends with me, so I hung out with her. But one day Jeannie decided that everybody should hate Jennifer and that we should just all make fun of her together and nobody can be friends with her. If I would talk to Jennifer, Jeannie would make fun of me too, and she would tell everyone to not be friends with me too.
But you're Jeannie's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm not Jeannie's friend. I thought I was Jeannie's friend.
Okay.
I thought Jeannie was my best friend. So I was really afraid, and I would secretly talk to Jennifer, and I would tell Jennifer, you know, I'm so afraid of Jeannie, right? And that's why I can't do anything, but then we're still friends. And Jennifer is like, okay. But I remember this one time we were cleaning the windows in our classroom, and I was talking to Jeannie, and Jennifer was in front of us. Suddenly, Jeannie just starts making fun of Jennifer for no reason, and then very loudly. She was talking to me, she wasn't talking to Jennifer, but she was making sure that Jennifer could hear her, and she was saying really mean stuff about Jennifer.
To you.
To me. I was just standing there, and I looked at Jennifer, and Jennifer looked at me, and then she looked like she was about to cry.
Yeah, because she thought you guys are talking about her.
Yeah, I was just standing there and I did not respond. And I tried to change the subject, but Jeannie just started making fun of Jennifer even more, louder and louder. When we almost finished 6th grade, we made a group of friends, okay, and then Jeannie was part of it. There were 6 of us. During this time, Jeannie was trying to bully one of the girls in our gifted program class. And that girl was my best friend in 3rd grade and 4th grade. Like when I had no friends in my own class, she was like my only friend from the gifted program class. So out of the whole school, I have one friend that was not even in my class. When we go to the gifted program class, Jeannie started bullying this girl. We're gonna call her Tiffany. I couldn't take it anymore, so I just didn't bully Tiffany together with Jeannie. And Jeannie thinks that this is the ultimate betrayal, and that is terrible. How could you? She acted like she was DPRK and I was overthrowing the government, and I deserved to be executed. So she tried to isolate me in class, but thank God there's this So towards the end of 6th grade, I was finally like, okay, I have these other friends, I can stand up to Jeannie. Little do I know, 7th grade, Jeannie and I got into the same middle school. We took the same test. We both passed.
And like
we got into the same middle school, and with Rosie.
Yeah, I always thought that you guys are like good friends.
Really?
Because she said so.
She said so?
Like in middle school, like the first year.
She told everyone that we're friends, but then she
like there's 3 of you, right?
Yes, there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
That was from the same gifted program.
We always thought that you guys are a group because you're the first class leader.
I was the first class leader?
You are. You were. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Like Sandra.
Who voted for me?
No, it's not voted. Like Sandra
picked me?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, because Sandra is our English teacher.
Yeah. Jeannie would say like you guys are friends from elementary school, like for a long time. Like you guys known each other for like 4 years, and this is the 5th year. And then everyone was like, oh, Sheree's a class leader, and then Jeannie is a friend. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, I don't know that you guys are not close.
Yeah, we were not close anymore.
Yeah.
I remember during summer vacation, we had to go to school.
I only remember like KK.
Yeah,
like,
I also remember that. I failed.
hate that.
That's the first time
Me
I ever
too.
failed English test.
I got like maybe like 14.
something
I'm
like
14.
that.
I never know
Is
about
that-
anything about KK.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
not like. What are phonetics?
Yeah, what's
like?
that?
What do you mean? A is a. You can write at. Like at is not a word. At is a sound.
Yeah, like they create all these weird symbols for like what you can just say. And I was like, oh my god, my English was so bad. I'm failing.
This is the first time I ever failed English. I didn't think this would ever happen.
But thank God that's like only for the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. This is so much.
I told you.
So much glass
It's a
noodles.
lot.
You know the glass noodles do not look like a lot when you cook them, and they grow like twice as big.
Yeah, it's like seaweed.
Yeah. It's like seaweed. It's like the opposite of spinach. You know how when you cook spinach, it just disappears? Yeah, so I did not know Jeannie did that because
Yeah, of course you wouldn't know.
Yeah, because I know that Sandra asked us to split into groups and do a performance or audio recording.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna be in the same group with Jeannie because we already know each other and we don't know anyone else. But Jeannie deliberately ignored me when I walked up to her, and she went in the same group with this girl in our class. We're gonna call her Barbie. I initially thought Barbie was a really mean person because Barbie has really big eyes, and Barbie would always roll her eyes when she sees me, and she acted like she really hated me. I knew it's because she was friends with Jeannie, and I know Jeannie is definitely saying some shit behind me. And then one day Barbie started being nice to me and we started being friends, and that is around the time when Jeannie started talking shit about Barbie. This is actually a reoccurring pattern throughout my entire 6 years of high school. 9th grade, I became best friends with a girl named Tori. Tori is this really outgoing girl. She used to study abroad, so her primary language was also English. When Tori joined our class, we immediately hit it off, but we didn't become best friends. Tori was best friends with Jeannie. I knew by this point that Jeannie is going to pull the same shit with Tori. One day it was recess, I was sitting in my seat, and I remember Tori walks in crying and she sits in front of me and she says, I think you already know what I'm gonna tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
That happened.
Jeannie was talking shit about her and backstabbing her.
Like I didn't even remember like they were.
Jeannie was kicked out of class
For 1 year.
For 1 year, and when she came back, she
Oh
came
my
back with Tori.
God, right. Oh my god, I totally forgot. Yeah.
Because you only remember Tori and I were
Yeah,
friends.
of course.
Yeah.
Like I don't even have memory for like that 3 years.
Jeannie told Tori the story of how Jeannie's grandmother passed away. And one day, I told Tori the story of how my grandmother passed away.
It's the same one.
Yep.
Oh
And
my
I told
God.
Jeannie the story when I was in elementary school. And I wish Jeannie thought it made her cooler because my grandmother got murdered.
I wanted to ask, is Jeannie's grandmother still alive? Like at that time? Or like she's already passed away?
I actually do not know. I didn't even know her grandmother was dead.
If she's still alive, then this sick.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Maybe she's still alive. Until now. Maybe.
I don't even know. And
Yeah.
because her mom is a lot younger
Than
than our
ours?
parents. I think your parents are also a little bit younger than mine.
Yeah, because your
'Cause
sister
I have an
is
older
like
sister.
really, yeah.
Yeah. So her grandma is also a lot younger than ours. And my grandma did not pass away until I was in college. One of my grandma who was allowed to live out her natural life.
Yeah. Oh my god.
When we were about to graduate from high school, 12th grade. So at the time, I was with my ex-boyfriend, which we talked about last time, John. I was with John. John had a best friend named Brad, and
I think they're still best friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still in touch, but
They still meet.
Brad, of course, would always hang out with us. Brad used to be really good friends with Jeannie.
Oh, really?
Like in PE class, when we had to run rounds around the playground, Brad and Jeannie would always be running together and talking.
Why?
And you don't remember? Yeah, because our other friends were like, "Oh, they're always running together. Are they dating?"
Because you know why? Whenever the PE teacher told us to like run for 2 circles, I would like run straight to the bathroom.
Sneaky.
I would run straight into the bathroom and then like see if everyone's back, and then I would
run
yeah
back.
yeah.
So at the time, Jeannie and Brad would always run together, and some people even speculated that they were dating. And one day, Brad and I were having lunch together. He suddenly tells me, like, "Hey, I think you know
Jeannie.
about what Jeannie does." And then I said,
What? Yeah, I know.
I did not know that she did this to him too. Like, I didn't, because Brad is a nice guy, don't you think? Like, as a friend, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, he's really nice.
He's not, I didn't know why Jeannie would do that to him. Brad told me, like, I think you know about Jeannie. And then he starts telling me that he thought they were really good friends, and he had no idea why she did this, and he felt really hurt. I felt like he was going to cry. And I'm just like, it's okay, she does this to everyone.
But like Brad is very emotional. He's always like on the verge of crying.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not notice.
And like it's like until now.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not.
It's not my
keep
own
in touch with
experience.
Brad.
It's like another guy in our class told me.
Really?
That he's emotional, don't you know?
I didn't know Brad was emotional. I didn't know Brad was that emotional. Like, I knew Brad was kind of sensitive, but I didn't think he was like super hypersensitive.
I don't know.
Yeah. And so I feel like I don't have like a very concrete story I can tell about what Jeannie did, but I think you guys can tell that she's one of the worst based on how every single person who was her best friend at one point came to me and cried.
Yeah.
No.
It's like she's a bad friend, but like she's smart enough to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's really good at upholding this noble image.
Right.
And she does this on social media too. Other than Jeannie, in middle school and high school, I didn't really get bullied. Everyone was just busy trying to pass tests.
Yeah.
So other than Jeannie, no one had the energy to bully people. The last time I was ever, I don't think this was really bullied, but if this were in school, it would have been considered bullying, I guess. In college, Model UN. I fired a girl for plagiarizing. She said that it was a mistake. She thought she was allowed to plagiarize, which what? We're gonna call her Shelly. And at the end of the event, Shelly comes up to me. She says, "Oh, can I hug you? Like, I just wanna be friends again. And can I follow you on Instagram again? Because, you know, I was so angry when we fought that I unfollowed you out of anger, but can I follow you again?" And I was like, my account is public, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I didn't really fully trust her anyway at the time, because I don't trust anyone who plagiarizes, okay? I don't trust anyone who copies and pastes things off Wikipedia and tell me that they saw it's allowed. I was just like, yeah, sure. A couple months later, they're at another Model UN conference, and she gathers a bunch of people, most of them don't even really know me, and together in the hotel room, starts talking shit about me. 2 friends of mine were there. A lot of the things that she was saying, they also consider that very sexist. These are very, very politically correct people. And they think that this is not only just mean to their friend, it's also sexist. And like, how can a girl say this about another girl?
Yeah.
And so they recorded everything
my
she said,
God.
and they sent it to me, and I still have it in my phone. At the time, I was actually a lot chubbier than I am now. I lost 6 kilos, but I wasn't fat either.
You know, yeah.
Shelly told everyone that I am super skinny because I am anorexic and I look like I'm on crack. I was actually really, really upset about it at the point because I did have an eating disorder in high school. I don't even know where it got to this, but she just said that I'm a slut, and she said I bet she has a fake Instagram account where she just DMs guys and fucks strangers. And I'm like, that is a huge stretch. That is like really. How did you come up with that? Like, there's not even a basis. It's not like she does this, so like the anorexic thing. Like, okay, she's skinny, so I bet she's anorexic. But it's like, how did you invent a fake account for me? I have a nail account and a personal account. I'm in a food account. I'm busy.
Maybe it's she.
She used to be really fit because she used to be a tennis athlete, and she hurt herself, and that's why she became overweight, because she could no longer exercise that much. When she and I were friends, the proudest moment of her life, she told me, was she dated a guy on the baseball team, and they broke up. So in order to get back at her ex-boyfriend, she had an orgy with the entire baseball team except for her ex. And she says that I'm a slut.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying that she's a slut. I'm just saying that's not really the best way with dealing with the breakup. But if that's what you want, go ahead. But also, maybe you shouldn't be calling other people a slut.
Yeah.
She brags about how many guys she slept with all the time.
Okay.
I'm so full. How? You're not. You haven't been eating for the past 30 minutes.
No.
There's one more tok and one more chicken.
Just eat it.
Do you want the tok or tak?
I don't want any.
I'm so full.
You can
then
just
help me
have
with
them.
the noodles.
Okay, fine. I'll have to talk.
Okay, you have to talk. I had the taco. That's funny. That's cute. Everyone who speaks Korean that's watching this video, like, that's not how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you speak Korean.
Like just a little bit. And
so how would you say it?
talk.
Oh.
Talk. I don't know.
I'm laughing because. So my sister and I make a lot of weird sounds when we speak. Like some things we feel like you cannot express with words, and you need to make a sound. And so when we poke stuff, sometimes we would say "tok," and then you were like "tok," and then I'm just imagining
Poking.
I'm just imagining a bird going on a tree. I think that's it for today's story. It's kind of like all over the place, but then I think most people who has been to school understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the worst ones are the ones where you can't really give like a full story, like Jeannie. Like I can't really give you like a full what happened and then she did this, she did that. She's so good at hiding it.
Yeah.
It's just everyone.
I think no one knows.
No one knows how, and then it's. Hello, you are the first caller of the day. You win a free. See you later. Hey, did you hang up on me?
Is he grumpy?
No, not now.
No.
Not now. I don't know where any of my bullies are now. Some of them are in my DMs. Other than that, I don't know where the rest of them are. But elementary school bullies, like, I don't blame them because you were a kid, but I'm not going out with you now. The guy bullies are not like really, I feel like they're usually like they would scare you with bugs or they would make fun of you and stuff. But I was really, really afraid of cockroaches and they would put cockroaches on my desk.
But maybe it's like, do you know when cats?
No!
Like,
see, this is why I don't have a cat. I have a dog.
when they like you and they're afraid that maybe you don't know how to feed yourself, they will bring like rats and cockroaches to your doorstep.
I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, if like the boys bully you, it's because they like you and boys will be boys. And I think that's why boys get away with a lot of stuff. Every time an elementary school bully tries to DM me, I tell Aries, like, hey, I have a bully in my DMs. And he would be so proud. Aries and I are really petty. We really love the plot where the person who was bullied or was looked down upon has a comeback. We call it the nana moment. And There's a movie called The Last Starfighter or something about a boy who was looked down upon because he just plays video games. But then it turns out the video game was a test that aliens or something put there, and then it's for people to fight like real starfighter jets, and he became the best starfighter jet pilot, and he came back to pick up his girlfriend, and he showed everyone in his town that he is now like the savior of human beings. And he had the na moment, and we love that movie so much. Aries would be like, ha, and then he'd say, show me a picture. He'd be like, that looks like a piece of shit. And then he would say, aren't you so proud? Aren't you so glad that you met me and that's why you're eating healthy now?
What?
I'm so full.
Yeah.
Look how my lipsticks are still intact. Last bite.
Yay.
So that's it for today's story. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. One like is one talk. Talk?
Talk.
Talk. Where's that with the K?
Yeah, it's like a silent K because you have to connect it with the rest of the words. Tteokbokki.
One like is one rice cake. One like is one less elementary school bully.
No. It's not gonna happen.
Let's make it happen.
Okay.
And I will see you guys next time with another mukbang. I already know what I'm gonna eat next time, but let me know what you guys want me to talk about next time. And bye. I have nothing else to say.